pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome in, everybody, to Sim Racing Media tonight. We have the Western States Racing League headed down south to Texas. Headed to Texas Motor Speedway for 107 laps last week. They were at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but everybody decided to put that in the rearview mirror as fast as possible. Justin Michael was able to come away with win. Brian Barnes second, Lyle Swearingen third. And the point standings are basically the same. Justin Michael, Lyle Swearingen, Butch Davis, the top three, all separated by 11 points. I'm Mike Damoni up in the booth for you this evening. Joined with me, as usual, is Alan Bergen. Alan, man, how's it going?
It is going great, Mike. Hey, look, we're in Texas, and if you're going to play in Texas, well, you better have a fiddle in the band. As we have 35 strong here tonight. As you know, without ado, we're going to get down to the track and see qualifying. As right now, Justin T. Wilkinson is starting his first lap, and he's going to put it on a, well, he hasn't completed a lap yet.
I mean, and for all intents and purposes, he's going to be the first one done here as he comes to the start-finish line. First time by is going to be a 30.18.
And right now, so that's the time everybody's gunning for is at 30.18, and so far no one is going to be able to touch that lap, as we have a treat in store for everybody here tonight. We go from Charlotte to Texas, And, you know, Rob Haynes is going to get on the pole. Justin Michael is going to do Justin Michael things and run a 29.91. So Justin Michael's saying, you know what? If you can do it, I can do it better.
Yeah, Justin Michael was the fastest truck in practice there. Basically ran almost the fastest time he's run all night here in his second hot lap. We got William Kirk up there, first time by a 30.11. I believe that's going to be the first time he's been in this league. I don't recall seeing him recently, so always good to have a few new faces.
Now, the only thing that would make that 9 truck of William D. Kirk a lot better is if he had Captain Kirk on there.
It's good enough for P3 at the moment, 30.02 for that 9 Chevy. Chris Sumard in the 77 FBR Motorsports Chevy up there with a 30.12.
And don't be surprised when that FDR contingent says hi in the YouTube.com live chat.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to show up as always. Lyle Swearingen up there to P3 with a 30.02. So lots of guys there with that 30.02 mark. We got Lyle Swearingen, William Kirk, Michael Melfeld Jr., Justin T. Wilkinson not too far behind with a 30.07. But Justin Michael right now and Rob Haynes are sitting on the front row. See who else is out here running. Looks like Morris Bogan is out there in the Nike machine.
And it looks like we have a few new faces in here. You mentioned William Kirk and the 20 truck of Matthew Opwiger.
Yeah, definitely a few new faces, but everybody is more than welcome here in the Western States Racing League. These guys put on a show every Tuesday. I know some of the guys in the league are going to try and twist Bob Beltrami's arm to see about getting it broadcast on their Friday nights as well, because they put on pretty good racing there as well.
And you know, speaking of Friday nights, you know, we have racing action over 6 nights a week here on Sim Racing Media, and we're just glad that we can be a part of your evening, and we're thankful that you guys have made Sim Racing Media and the Western States Racing League your entertainment destination this evening.
Yeah, the Western States Racing League has been around for 51 seasons. They run 2 seasons a year. So do the math. This is basically going to be start of year 26. So they have been here a while. A lot of the guys have been running together for quite some time as well. I think Brian Barnes last season has had over 500 starts in the Western States Racing League. So these guys have been around for a while. They race each other clean, and usually it's a pretty good show, as long as they have a short memory.
Oh, I'm sure a few of these guys have a short memory. But nonetheless, everybody's still chasing that 29.91 set by Justin Michael. And right now, the only driver coming close to it is Rob Haynes in that 199 truck.
Yeah, only 3 drivers went sub 30. Rob Haynes, Chad Simpson, and Justin Michael. So everybody's trying to shoot for that. We got Butch Davis in the 43 machine, and he goes 30 flat.
I mean, Butch Davis has been running really, really well here the last few weeks.
Yeah, I heard through the chat that last week was all Butch's fault. I believe there was a hashtag blame Butch everywhere. So these guys like to have fun too. So
You know what? I'm gonna join in on that hashtag blame Butch. Even it's pretty bad when the broadcast team gets in on it.
yeah, we've seen these guys race around here. They are definitely a fun group of guys to be around and talk to, especially at the end of the race. Dennis Foose on there with a 30.29. Looks like Heath Smith stopped his with a 30.13. Ryan Steele, 30.15 for his first lap. See if he can go a little bit quicker here. Try and get inside that top 10.
So I wonder how many of these guys were just looking for a race on the old hosted and stumbled across this.
Well, I'll say that is one thing I believe that the Western States Racing League does is they throw it up and host it. It's not a league session, but I do think you still have to be part of the league to be able to race in it, but anybody can find it and watch it.
I mean, they let me.
Well, I guess I'll let anybody in it, but you know.
Well, as we're watching Kyle McCartney in the most expensive truck in the race here tonight, that's Snap-on Tools number 18 Chevrolet Silverado. And, you know, we watched him in practice, Mike, and, you know, maybe he hasn't been running well as of late, so he switched manufacturers to maybe, you know, like MLB does at the trade deadline to kind of, you know, jumpstart his season.
Yeah, he's just following Kyle Busch back to the Chevys. Anyway.
Oh, cheap shot.
Kyle Busch needs to do something else because he is running like crap. But nonetheless, Kyle McCartney is one of the perennial favorites here.
Kyle McCartney, Kyle Busch, number 18. Maybe Kyle McCartney and Kyle Busch need to go race micro sprints.
I think a lot of the problem is overdriving the car, trying to make up for just how I'll say how bad your car's set up, but that kind of seems to be an issue there.
Well, hey, maybe in Miami you can give him some pointers this fall.
Maybe. That being said, that's going to be the last qualifying lap we see here. Looks like James Campbell, Andrew Schulte, Todd Miles, Gary Sterner, Daryl Scott, and Carl Burke all are not going to take a qualifying lap here as we wrap up qualifying. Got about 8 seconds or so in this session, and then I'll jump on over to the race session and we'll get them racked and stacked and ready to go. You're set for 107 laps tonight.
You bet it's not 107 laps at a short track.
Well, these guys are flying around here. I mean, if they can stay that 30-second mark, it could be a quick night.
You just jinxed it.
I never jinx anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hashtag blame Butch.
All right, let's see here.
We can do that too.
See what we got on the grid here. Justin Michael, Rob Haynes. Start in row 1, row 2, Chad Simpson and Butch Davis. Lyle Swearingen, William Kirk. In row 3, row 4, Michael Melfeld Jr., Ryan Steele. JTW in 9th with Michael Opplinger in P10. Row 6, Bob Beltrami, Matt Sisler. Heath Smith, Brian Barnes make up row 7. Row 8, Charlie Widener and Wayne Hutchinson. Kyle McCartney and Julian Ricci in row 9. Row 10, Sean Rohr and Chris Sumard. Morris Bogan and Christian Bishop. In row 11, row 12 is Dan Brazington and Dennis Fuson. Then we got Jeffrey Hendershot and Barry Phil in 25th, 26th. 27th is Wayne Fleet with Scott Kukas to his outside. Keith Kelman and Andrew Schulte start inside the top 30, row 15. Row 16, Daryl Scott and James Campbell, Todd Miles and Carl Burke And starting shotgun on the field is going to be Jerry Sterner.
Jerry Sterner, old Jerry Bear, gonna start shotgun on the field. 36 strong for 107 laps. Mike, I am ready to go. Because we're gonna do it big in Texas.
See if we can get a better shot here of the weather. Track temp's only 86, so not too bad, and it's going to cool off as they are under the lights here in Texas.
I mean, yeah. So, you know, at 86 degrees, this is what I like to call a Chamber of Commerce type of day. Here's these trucks start rolling off here, getting ready to get assembled behind the iRacing.com pace car. Justin Michael on the pole. He will win the pole tonight, and Rob Haynes will be to his outside. And, you know, that's the thing about Texas, Mike, is this track is going to be juiced up. And in the Texas, you know, everything's bigger in Texas. I think you actually win, the trophy is actually a 2 pistols.
Sounds right.
I think that's what the trophy is. And you know what? NASCAR does their trophies up really, really well. I mean, you know, you go to Martinsville, you win, you get a grandfather clock.
Yeah, how many grandfather clocks do you need, though? I mean,
Barely enough. I mean, it's still one of the most sought after trophies in NASCAR.
oh yeah, everybody wants to win one of those. Pace truck's going to make that left-hand turn. Everybody's going to tighten those belts and get ready to roll here as Justin Michael has the button headed to that restart zone. He is down and away.
And as Justin Michael goes off in turn number 1 doing Justin Michael things, the rest of the field is going to Texas 2-step through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, speaking of new drivers, Rob Haynes was able to get on that front row, but he found out pretty quickly how fast Justin Michael and Chad Simpson are, as he's back into third already.
Well, right now, these guys got the ability to draft around this 1.5 mile oval, and that's what they're going to do. As right now, it looks like Lyle Swearingen had just set the fastest sector 2, and it looks like Brian Barnes, or Charlie Widener rather, has set the fastest sector 1 lap.
And as you said, Babs in the track cheering for FBR. Chad Simpson up to P1 as Justin Michael went up the track just a little ways, allowed that Dr. Dabber 42 Toyota to take the point. Looks like Butch Davis. I was gonna say, looks like Butch Davis is getting passed on the inside by the number 9 machine.
Well, you say that, and then Chad Simpson at 42, the Dr. Dabber truck is right now the fastest truck on the Speedway, as we got a little weeble wobble going on back here.
Yeah, it looks like JTW got a little loose there. Up into the high line. Michael Melfeld Jr. is going to get by on the bottom side if they try and single file out, or if he stays down there. Looks like he's going to stay there. William Kirk also down on the bottom side, not making too much ground, but trying to stay in line, as it looks like Butch Davis in the 199 and Rob Haynes are trying to make that high line work and get around the track and try and get back to the point.
Here comes Captain Kirk in that number 9 truck, doing Captain Kirk things, trying to wheel that truck and put it into hyperdrive and get that thing to the front.
Looking back through the field, they're pretty quick back here as well. Wayne Hutchinson also has the fastest lap of the race with a 30.23. So he's trying to make up for his subpar qualifying effort, but he lost a couple positions on the initial start.
Yeah, this is a good battle we're watching here right now with Wayne Hutchinson in that 17 truck of, or that 97 truck rather, of Julian Ritchie. And this battle right here is a battle for that 20th spot, the 20 or the 19th position rather, and these two just can't seem to get away from each other.
No, they were racing pretty hard last week as well. Also, the drivers in front there, Morris Bogan and Sean Rohrer, were kind of together for some of the race last week as well. That is one of the nice things about running in this league. You kind of run by the same cars, same trucks, so you kind of know how they're going to drive you in. It makes it a lot easier to try and take those inside lines or make a tough little pass or anything like that too.
Well, a name that we don't normally see at the bottom of the live timing, and that's Andrew Sultan at Taco Bell number 81. He did not have the greatest qualifying lap either. He is now up 9 spots from where he started. So, you know, he's going to start making his way up to the front, but, you know, as Andrew Sultan is working on the outside of Julian Ritchie, trying to get into that 19th spot himself.
Yeah, Andrew Schulte elected not to have a qualifying run, see if he could make his way back to the front from the back. And up in front here, we have Justin Michael trying to work the inside of Justin Wilkinson and Rob Haynes as he faded back a little ways. But up front, we got Butch Davis and Lyle Swearingen. FBR is on the lead.
And the FBR contingent is yelling, cheering on these drivers. And, you know, Mike, I'm one of those people that believe that, you know, the harder the fans cheer, as, you know, Texas Motor Speedway is going crazy for Lyle Swearingen taking the lead. And these drivers have got these trucks on the north side of crazy.
Yeah, I thought they'd be a little more reined in, I'll say, but they're wide open here in Texas, and they're 2x2 through quite a few positions as they're trying to make passes here. As you see, Chad Simpson and Justin T. Wilkinson do battle side by side.
Yeah, and, you know, Chad Simpson and, you know, these guys definitely have, you know, a lot of patience. I mean, we still got 96 laps left to go here. You know, 107, you're like, oh, that's a long time. It's really not that long. It's more or less a sprint race, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going 30 seconds a lap, if you just run all 107 at that pace, I mean, it's less than an hour and they're done. Like, it seems like a lot, but these guys are definitely putting in the work here. Going back through the field a little ways, Bob Beltrami trying to get to the outside of Ryan Steele, and we are under caution. Looks like Barry Phil brings out the caution here. Jumping to the pits. Let's see what happened with old Barry here. You can see a little wiggle there. Gets into the outside wall. Ooh. Nose first. Holding the brakes. Luckily, nobody hits him as they're able to take evasive action and get by.
Know any good chiropractors for Barry Phil?
Probably not in the western, in the west out there in California or anything like that. Where's Barry Phil from? Let's see if it says here. Hang on a second. It does not.
He says he's from nowhere.
We'll get stacked back up momentarily as these guys have been doing battle here for 14 laps. So they got a little bit of a taste of what these green flag laps are going to be.
You know what's cool is the fence post, Mike, on the fence there. When the caution comes out, it's not your traditional lights on the fence. The whole fence around the quad oval actually will light up, and it looks so cool, especially when you're in the race car.
I was trying to get to see it here, but it's not. See if we can see it from the onboard.
Yeah, when we come around into the quad, as these guys are getting lined up behind the iRacing.com pace car.
Sounds like somebody's trying to save fuel here. Yep.
Oh! If you guess that Lyle Swearingen is trying to save fuel, then guess what? You are the winner tonight. And what do you give her prize? Absolutely nothing. So here, right here, when you're in turn 4, there it is, right there. About every 4 to 5 posts is one that lights up.
I thought so.
You know, we make a trip to Miami every year. Why don't we make a trip to Austin?
Because it's Texas.
Or Dallas, Fort Worth. Look, when you live in Missouri, you're used to 100% humidity like 3 months out of the year.
No,
so
Miami's a good time, dude.
So I think the only people that would be like able to survive in Texas would be me and Liam.
I'm lucky if the weather up here gets above 100 any time in the year. Might have it a couple times. That's about it.
Come on down to St. Louis where you can experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, I'm good. Actually, I need to get out there. I wanna go see a couple baseball games, but I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Hey, you come to St. Louis, we'll go catch a Cardinals game. And you can't stop short in Springfield. You gotta come all the way to St. Louis.
I'd have to see both if I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, as the iRacing.com pace car pulls off on the pit road here. Or wait, is my track awareness? Okay, we're good.
Close.
I'm close enough. Hey, look, I'm like the United Airlines pilot that got the crew close to pit road, but Lyle Swearingen through the Geico restart zone, and he is down and away and gets a jump off of Bush Davis.
Yeah, Lyle Swearingen out front. Butch Davis getting a little love tap there from JTW.
I love the love tap. But nonetheless, right now JTW doing JTW things. He's up 4 spots, and he is looking for more as he is riding behind at 43 of Butch Davis. Hagtash Butch Davis's fault. That was a theme last week. We'll take it this week.
And Rob Haynes trying to get up here. Butch Davis going to try and push it 3 wide in the middle, and he will do just that as he sticks his nose in. Justin Michael backs out just a little bit. Still 3 wide on the bottom. JTW stuck in the middle. 3 wide they go, headed towards the quad oval.
Whoa.
Rob Haynes off the wall. Off
Yikes.
JTW. That could have been, that could have been really, really bad if they would have been a half-second late there.
You know, it was really, really bad tonight. That was the Cardinals Texas Rangers score. As the Cardinals, Tommy Pham's first game back in St. Louis, that's a grand slam. And then the Cardinals tack on 4 more runs to beat the Texas Rangers 8-1 tonight.
Yeah, if anybody is feeling the itch as far as NASCAR racing, we're here. You can come watch us 7 days a week. You can get a little bit of NASCAR action.
Or if you like to hear the sound of your own voice, by all means, get a hold of us here at SRM Racing Media, and we will get you on a show to let you try this out. And if you think it's for you, well, we're not picky. I mean, I showed up with like a lost dog, and I keep coming back.
Justin T. Wilkinson on the high side of Chad Simpson. Chad Simpson trying to hang on to P4. JTW gets a little loose. Simpson chases it down the track, and they stay side by side. Rob Haynes looking behind him, trying to figure out where he wants to be. And William Kirk is just behind them. We did have, I want to say we did have some takers for pit road too. That first caution.
Well, look, you know, here's the thing. These guys are going to start to get single filed out. Well, we got a big incident there in the back of the field, and Charlie Widener's going to crash for caution number 2.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It looked like maybe bouncing off the wall a little bit. We'll see. All right, so here's Charlie Widener. Take a look, see what happened. Kyle McCartney. I think Kyle McCartney is going to get maybe 3 wide. They're in the middle. Bob Beltrami on the high side. Oh, Kyle McCartney into Bob Beltrami. And that is what brings out the caution or causes the incident there. Andrew Schulte trying to work his way through. Like he's, oh, heck of a save there by Schulte. Staying off the wall. Everybody's going to come in pit lane.
Yeah, wholesale post ups here on lap number 22 of 107. Checking in the youtube.com live chat, Michelle Kirk says, "Good luck, Will Kirk." I think she likes the nickname of Captain Kirk. Look, so Mike, you're old enough. Are you Captain Kirk or Captain Picard?
Have to be Kirk, I guess.
See, I didn't get to watch Captain Kirk. I was a little bit late on Captain Kirk, but I did grow up with Jean-Luc Picard. Let us know who you're rooting for here in the Western States Racing League, and we will do our best to get them screen time. Doesn't matter if we're up in the front of the field or in the back. Let us know who you're rooting on, and we'll show these guys some love and get them some screen time. And you know, you don't want to make the highlight reel for the wrong reasons.
Well, as you say that, we're going to have 2 drivers who are up 24 and 27 spots after not coming down pit road on this last. Oh, never mind. I say that, and it looks like Keith Kelman is thought better of it and is pulling off to go down pit lane, so he'll have to start at the back of the field anyway. Well, but Jeffrey Hendershot pit on lap 13, and he is going to be scored as your leader.
Right now, we're going to get them doubled up 2 by 2. Noah's Ark style behind that iRacing.com Chevy Silverado here in lap number 24 of the 107 scheduled laps. Jeffrey Hendershot will be your pole sitter here. We get ready to come back to green with Lyle Swearingen on his outside. And you know, there is I believe there is a choose rule that you can either choose inside or outside.
Yeah, that's probably the only. I think they do have it. I think that's the only one that they actually clear the black flag for.
Look, I've had numerous of black flags in this league, and they don't clear anything.
Nope.
They wouldn't even clear out your eyes if you asked them to. But nonetheless, Hendershot, Swearingen, front row, iRacing.com pace car, getting ready to make that hard left turn to give the control back to Jeffrey Hendershot here as they come off of turn number 4 down to the Geico restart zone. 3, 2, 1, and we are green flag racing as Hendershot gets just a little bit loose, but still keeps the tires from spinning as he gets the whole shot.
Yeah, it looked like he definitely spun the tires just a little bit. That's going to allow him to get this jump here. Butch Davis is holding on to P2. Lyle Swearingen up in the high line. Swearingen, Justin Michael up there. Butch Davis left all alone on that bottom side. It looks like Hendershot is using both lanes to get around the track here tonight.
Here comes Hendershot. But, hey, look. Hashtag blame Butch. As he gets held up by Hendershot, and that's going to allow Swearingen to almost use, Hendershot and Davis as a pick, and they are 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. Oh boy, 3 wide does not work in trucks anywhere except for Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah, Hendershot enjoyed his screen time as he has faded back through the field. Looks like he's going to get passed in a hurry by multiple trucks here. He can just stay out of the way and not jam up the field. He is up high. We're 4 wide.
4 wide. Meanwhile, up in the front, Butch Davis sits high, wide, and handsome. And these guys have got these trucks cranked up to crazy as they are 4 wide, and they can do it. There is a lot of bounds here like there is in Atlanta.
That was just crazy. Christian Bishop just went full sail and went completely through half of the drivers there. He went up, he's already up 12 spots, and I believe he got probably 6 of them on that last lap.
Well, hey, while you say that, Butch Davis has went ahead and set the fastest lap of the race so far. Here we come off of turns number 3 and 4 to complete lap 28, and well, he's not gonna back it up. He's gonna run a 30.34. Butch Davis says, but he's under attack from Lyle Swearingen.
FBR working pretty well together here. Justin Michael behind Michael Melfeld Jr. trying to make a pass down on that inside lane, just can't quite get there. And don't look now, Andrew Schulte up 24 spots running P6.
Are you kidding me? Where did he come from?
Out the back.
Wow, lap number 30 of 107. Here comes Andrew Schulte on the move, running P6 and looking for a whole lot more. I see, well, we got a truck getting a little bit of sideways.
Got Rob Haynes there, got a little loose. Might have had a little help there from Chad Simpson, but he's able to gather that truck in, and they stay green here. We got Christian Bishop driving pretty aggressively here, trying to get up a few more spots. Already up 14 now.
Well, I'm glad there's not a side truck, but right now that Dr. Dabber truck is hung out to dry like clothes on a summer day.
I don't know if he's trying to save a little fuel, maybe thinking make one more pit stop before the end of the race, or what he's thinking in that number 42. But I believe he was a lot faster. He's about almost a half second slower than his fastest lap, and he put it on lap 22.
Well, as Rob Haynes had that issue there, I was gonna, if he would have parked there, I was gonna say he can't park there. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Chad Simpson, currently your P7 spot holder. And here comes JTW. Trying to come back through the field, minding his P's and Q's as he's working around that 12 truck of Ryan Steele and Rob Haynes.
Yeah, Christian Bishop also trying to work around here. He's up 15 spots. Just in front of this group here. Got Sisler and Justin T. Wilkinson working hard on each other. Christian Bishop goes down to the inside, going to try and get past Schulte, and he will do just that, separating Justin Michael from Andrew Schulte.
Well, Butch Davis has definitely lost the lead to Lyle Swearingen, and it looks like we got a little bit of action back there starting to brew, and these guys have all but single filed out. all the way back until you get to Rob Haynes, and I believe that is the number 13 truck. I could be wrong.
JTW 19 is behind Haynes there, the 93 of Matt Sisler working hard on the outside. Brian Steele trying to pick a line that he wants to be in. I know I say it probably every week, but if this is going to be a fuel mileage race, Brian Steele seems to just have that calculator made up. I don't know what it is, but he is always right there in these fuel mileage races.
Huh. You're not wrong. As you know, Ryan Steele just, just happens to just ride around, make laps, and when it's go time, he's going. He's gonna pounce. He's gonna try to be up there towards the front.
And Christian Bishop is pouncing on every driver he comes in contact with, as he is up 17 spots now, running inside the top 5.
You're not wrong. Christian Bishop holding down P5 of 17 spots, and there's a whole gaggle of cars right behind him.
Yeah, they're still side by side. Andrew Schulte with Rob Haynes, Chad Simpson just in front of this group, Justin T. Wilkinson, and you have Keith Smith, Matt Sisler, Ryan Steele all there as well. So a lot of battle going on about 7th through 12th.
Here we are, lap 38 of the 100 scheduled here. Andrew Schulte up to 9th, and this has all the makings of Saturday night at the Prairie Dirt Classic. When you just had that, I told Dave on Racing Elite, I said, Dave, Saturday, when you watch old Bobby Pierce come to the field to win the 34th annual Prairie Dirt Classic, I told my wife that there's a vibe. There's a vibe in there. Tonight, Racers Elite Truck Series, third place driver, 3 seconds down, comes back and wins it. Told Dave, said, Dave, there's a vibe in there. Mike, there's a vibe in there, and Andrew Schulte is going to deliver some magic tonight.
Yeah, definitely felt, you can kind of feel that when you're watching the race and the way it kind of develops here as Justin Michael goes down to the inside of Christian Bishop. Christian Bishop might have used up too much of his tires trying to get up here to the front, as he was just driving over people trying to get by, and he is fallen back just a little bit here into P6. But watching the Racers Elite Super Speedway Series last Saturday that I broadcasted, the guy who got the pole jumped the initial restart, because initial restart, it's on the flag now. You can't control it or whatever. And he jumped the restart, got a black flag, wound up getting involved in a couple cautions, and still came back to win the race by a nose.
Think of how small that interval is. A nose. A nose. So that is so small here as we're working lap 42. And these guys are starting to mind their P's and Q's just a little bit. Lyle Swearingen over Butch Davis here. And there's a name that we haven't seen, and that is Michael Melfield Jr. out there towards the top of the pile, as he is working under Matt Opplinger. They're side by side drag racing out of 4 and into the tribal. Who's going to take advantage of that? Well, there's your answer, Opplinger.
Running a Mobile 1 scheme here. Jump on Michael Melfield Jr. See how he's getting around the track.
Hey, I go to Mobile all the time. We have a Mobile on the runs.
That's probably not a good thing to have.
Hey, you ever had Bosco sticks from there?
No.
Oh, dude, you don't know what you're missing.
Looks like Melfield Jr. got a little bit of a run, had to get out of the throttle to avoid running into the back there of the 20. Go back through the field, see if we have some action back here. Guys are still trying to work their way to their happy place as we're lap 44. And looks like Andrew Schulte might have kind of stalled just a little bit here after running up through the field. He's still at 21 spots.
Yeah, that run to the front stalled faster than my weight loss diet.
I thought you were on the seafood diet. Anyway.
This big butt hurt.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm just kidding.
It might hurt if you know I wasn't joking.
I know, right?
No,
You know, Taco Bell's not good for anybody.
Andrew Schulte trying to go down to the inside of the Dr. Dabber 42 machine. Slide up next to him, do a little side drafting here, try and pull that truck back just a little bit. Looks like he might have done that as in front of him. Saw JTW get a little loose in that right rear quarter.
That's okay. Loose is fast, and fast is loose.
You just have to push it to that edge of out of control and you'll be all right. Just don't go over.
So where's the line of out of control and extremely loose? Where does that fall into play here with these trucks? Is it, you know, does it really just depend on how fast or how hard you drive these trucks, or?
Yeah, definitely. As you saw there, Christian Bishop went over that line of control as he bounced hard off the outside wall, was able to gather it in, but he's going to lose a couple spots as now he is back to 8th. I think that's kind of something that, you know, you kind of have to feel as the race goes on, because when you start, your truck can probably feel a little tight, but as the run wears on and those tires start to heat up and get some wear in them, you're going to get a little loose.
A little loose here, a little loose there. And that's the thing about this league, it's all fixed up. So fixed up, you cannot change anything on the race vehicle. Everybody has the same setup. I kind of like it because it puts it back into the driver's hands. You're not spending 2.5 hours getting ready for a race and well, you know, and just trying different things by one server.
Christian Bishop is all out of sorts. He is not happy with that truck. That truck's rear end keeps sliding every direction except for where he wants it to go.
Good night. Here comes Christian Bishop. And like you said, Mike, it's really loose. It's uncomfortable to drive. And if he's uncomfortable, then the truck is going to appear uncomfortable.
I'll check on where our restart driver is. He is down in 30th position after electing not to pit there on lap 22. So we do have new leaders as Opsinger and Justin Michael have hooked up, and they got right by Swearingen and Davis.
Yeah, it's almost like they pulled the power move on Swearingen and Davis as we come through the travel one more time. And that's going to give Opplinger. Here we go. Wow. Justin Michael, give the advantage to Justin Michael just by a little bit.
Side by side. And Justin Michael's able to get his nose down as they head down the backstretch. He's going to be out in front, but they are coming up on some lap traffic. Lap traffic is not something you really want to see here at Texas.
Well, I mean, if you're the lap car, you really don't want to see Justin Michael coming in your rear mirror either. You're working lap 52, coming to lap 53 right now. Here we go. And I believe that Keith Kelman there is getting ready to go a lot down.
I'll say it looks like Keith Kelman was going to stay down on the bottom, but he went up the track instead down that straightaway. Justin Michael's not quite there yet, but you don't want to slow down the leaders here. We'll see if he's going to go out to the wall and stay out of the way. Justin Michael's just able to get down there as Hellman goes to the high line halfway through the corner here.
Justin Michael back out front doing Justin Michael thing. Matthew Alwinder back in a P2 position, re-strategizing. What does he need to do to get around Justin Michael? This is becoming a more dynamite race. 54 laps, 55 of the 107 that are scheduled here today.
Yeah, just over halfway, and these guys are starting to feel their trucks kind of come alive a little bit as they are getting comfortable here. Everybody on about 23 lap old tires.
So you don't want to be too comfortable, as too comfortable is going to get you into the wall, or even worse, out of the race.
Yeah, that's the worst part when you're racing at a place like this, when you don't really have any pressure or anything. You just have to try and focus, hit your marks, and still pay attention. I know sometimes when you're out here by yourself and you're not really racing anybody, at some of these tracks, they almost lull you to sleep. Looks like Charlie Widener went down pit lane.
Working lap number 57 of the 107 scheduled here tonight. Justin Michael doing Justin Michael things here from Texas. And there's the eyeball gap back to Matthew Opplinger in the lap car of wow, my memory is lost tonight. That's who. I would, you know, and we were just watching from a moment ago. Well, you were.
These guys
But
look like I was saying, it looks like they're kind of slowing down just a little bit. They're running almost 2 seconds slower per lap, and
well, there's our first blinkety blink car of the night. He's gonna come down pit road.
I don't know what happened. It looks like he tried to get on pit lane and didn't quite make it, so probably gonna have to come back down and serve a penalty.
I don't know where the timing lights are, but there are timing lights that you can skip through by each county. Nonetheless, Justin and Michael doing Justin and Michael thing here on lap number 60. And these guys are spread out as the nearest closest competition is a second and a half behind Justin, Michael, and that's Matthew Opplinger.
There is a battle back here between Butch Davis, Lyle Swearingen, and then you have Michael Melfeld Jr. and Andrew Schulze.
I mean, these laps, this is the long green flag run that you're talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, this really can definitely pull off a number of, one, tasty grapefruit, two, as we're watching this battle, the Taco Bell truck and the STP truck, Lyle Swearingen, is that a monster Mountain Dew truck?
Code Red.
Dude, you remember those? I spent all-nighters drinking Code Red when I was a kid. Code Red, and like, I think you can still get Code Red in any local grocery store.
Yeah, at least some form of it.
Hey, look, so
they have so many different flavors nowadays, though.
I stopped drinking soda a year ago, and I remember as a kid, I would, stay up all night playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and that's how I discovered the band Goldfinger. And I was really jamming out the Goldfinger before we come on the air. To peel back the curtain just a little bit, so I was actually jamming out and getting this set up, and I was like, I wonder how many Goldfinger songs I can get through before Mike pops into the booth. And it was 6.
Andrew Schulte is trying to chase down Justin Michael. He's got a truck in front of him that's being a little stubborn here.
Oh, all he's got to do is think outside the bun. I would say slide job, but that really wasn't a slide job.
No. Maybe if it was dirt track racing, maybe.
Hey, look.
Oh,
that's
Andrew Schulte coming in.
Wow. Why do we even try to bring up
Because that's the way it always works.
I told Dave Regal, our esteemed broadcast partner, on Sunday nights and Monday nights and Thursday nights and Tuesday nights here on Sim Racing Media. I said, Dave, I wanted to get you in here into the Midwest. Your dirt track first time experience should be the Prairie Dirt Classic, as that race was off of the charts. And Mike, I know you live in Wyoming. Closest dirt track's maybe 4 hours away, but you're gonna have to come to St. Louis. We have the best dirt racing guys in contingent here in St. Louis, and once you see these guys live, you're like, come on, man, really, this is about as good as it's gonna get. Here's Justin Michael's gonna come down pit road.
Yeah, everybody has made a pit stop except for Morris Bogan.
I wonder if that's a strategy thing here, as we're working lap number 68, getting ready to come 70, and he's gonna, drop gears and come down pit road, and that's gonna give the race lead to Justin T. Wilkinson. JTW is gonna cycle through and get the race lead here, lap 68.
Yeah, Justin Michael coming down there.
And wouldn't you know? As I believe
he always is trying to push how far he can take the truck until that last little bit. The Christian Bishop rolling down the track on the apron.
Every time. This would be the third caution cause here on lap number 68. And, Dave, or Mike, this has been a whole lot of fun here.
Yeah, let's see what happened here.
Hey, why don't we do that? And
oh, netcode.
Netcode.
Netcode all over that. I can definitely. I can definitely see though how Christian Bishop is probably yelling at the 97 now. I can visualize it.
Here we go. He doesn't touch him though.
Nope.
That's netcode.
100%.
Oh, he touched him right there at the end, but he's already around anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to racing here. The driver who didn't want to see that is probably the leader right now.
Well, and that's the thing is Andrew Schultz did want to say that he was back there in third, and he was trying to find other creative outlets to express his form. JTW, he drives at Simrap Market, sponsored Toyota Tundra. I actually have a few designs that I purchased from that particular website. And I can tell you what, those wrap templates are pretty slick looking when you do them up right. That's a pretty looking shock there.
Good thing you're the only one seeing that. I'll have to get you the camera pack.
I know I'm not tripping.
No.
I love that view though. I'm watching it. Look, I'm watching that camera shot on the YouTube.com. Man, that was beautiful.
Here they go getting stacked up.
Let's see, we got carried 2. I think we got about 37 to go.
Yeah, 37. Lights are still on the pace truck though, so gonna be at least another couple laps here.
Hey, look, at least my math is mathing tonight.
St. Louis math.
St. Louis math? Yes, you're right.
Works for some.
Oh boy.
Okay, in a couple weeks you're gonna have a blast, and we're gonna get a lot of original content from Alan here.
Yes. And look, Western States Racing League is going to be the first league to hear it, as we are dipping our toes into the real life racing portion of the sports media. Is check out the definitely be on the lookout for the WSR or the SRM socials, especially on Facebook. And if you're into dirt late model racing, it's going to be a beautiful time for you. Meanwhile, back at the front here, and so August 14th, I will be heading over to the Highland Speedway in Highland, Illinois, and covering the World of Outlaw Case Construction late model race over there, as it is appropriately named Beat the Heat 40, and it will feature the Case Construction World of Outlaw late models and the UMP dirt car modifieds. That they go, the late models will go 40 laps around the Highland Speedway in Highland, Illinois, and the dirt car modifieds will go 25 laps around the quarter mile of Highland Speedway.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on here under this caution. Looks like it's in the field around the pace truck, trying to get him back in line, and the green flag waves. So that is weird. JTW loves it, as he got a free huge restart. He's out to over a second lead over Justin Michael. Not exactly sure what in the world happened.
I don't know why they didn't throw a caution
Or extend it.
Well, I think so. In this league, Bob Beltrami, who's the league owner, he actually races in here, and he does race control also. And I think he has a hotkey, but I've only seen this a couple other times.
Somebody else who loved it was this 199 Toyota of Rob Haynes, a 30.02 first time after that caution. but they are spread out every which way. The closest battle is this one here between Chad Simpson and Ryan Steele.
Oh boy, here we go. We're getting cranked up to crazy here, as this is a battle for that 7th position here. And Ryan Steele's gonna get that pretty handily and slide up in front of Rob Haynes.
And they have the fastest truck behind them, Rob Haynes, with a 29.97. First guy to break the 30-second mark here in race trim.
Here comes Dr. Dabber and Chad Simpson in that number 42 truck, looking to get around Ryan Steele in the 12 truck, and that's going to be a battle for 7th.
Yeah, as they're battling back here, let's go back up front just a little bit here, as Andrew Schulte and Justin Michael are running 2nd and 3rd. They have Kyle McCartney between themselves and Justin T. Wilkinson, as Wilkinson is all over the back of Dennis Fuson.
I want to be a fly on the wall when it comes to this live chat, race communication, as JTW is off to a 2nd and, well, we'll call it 2 seconds over Andrew Schulte.
Yeah, listening in on the race chat, there was some confusion, and everybody was basically kind of sitting back there like, why am I trying to pass the pace truck? And then everybody went to pass it, and green flag waved because they couldn't get stacked back up. So it is what it is, and JTW took advantage.
You'll have that on them big jobs. Nonetheless, we're coming to a little over 20 to go. We're in lap 79 of 107. JTW continues to lead the way, but here comes Rob Haynes looking to the outside of that number 42 truck at Dr. Dabber's sponsored Toyota Tundra. Rob Haynes looking maybe to the inside, thinks better of it, gonna climb back on the line.
And they're going inside, outside, trying to find a way around that 42 Toyota. Just can't quite do it, as Chad Simpson stays in front and starts to pull away just a little bit here. And you got Ryan Steele and Butch Davis doing a little bit of battle. Closest battle is going to be back here, though, between Julian Ricci and William Kirk.
You know, Julian Ricci is one of those drivers that are really good. If he could just put one whole night together, I think he'd be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, I think last week he wound up avoiding a lot of the cautions, and I believe he came away with the top 10. I'll tell you real quick.
While he's looking at that, here comes Julian Ricci looking on the outside of William D. Kirk, as Michelle Kirk is cheering him on in the YouTube.com live chat.
Yeah, Julian Ricci last week finished P6, so pretty good night for him, as he was able to avoid a lot of the action on track.
I'd say carnage and mayhem.
Yeah, probably.
So last week we had a lot of cautions everywhere in all our sim racing media family of racers, and you know, and last week was no different when it came to cautions.
Yeah, it's kind of funny the way that that falls. Sometimes we'll have a race. Like if a race starts off and has a few cautions earlier in the night, and then by the time we get to the later races of the night, it's almost the same thing. They still have cautions. It's just weird the way it's almost contagious, even between series.
Working lap 83, and you're watching Justin T. Wilkinson, JTW, and he is out to a 2-second lead, and there's the eyeball test back to Andrew Schulte. And I believe there's 2 trucks that separate Schulte and JTW.
Yeah, Kyle McCartney. Looks like Daryl Scott in the 62 are the 2 lap trucks there.
Well, they told me that the Kyle McCartney was in deep with the snap-on truck, so that's why he's running down there at the bottom of the pile, because, well, God, it ain't no joke. You don't pay that note.
Who else is close on track? Brian Barnes, Chris Sumard, and Matt Sisler are kind of close. They've got James Campbell to their high side. Campbell is a couple laps down. Sumard goes to the inside, going to get by the lap truck there.
Working lap number 86 of 107. Right now, Justin TW, JTW, doing JTW type things. Andrew Schulte is up 28 spots in that Taco Bell truck. Can he run down JTW? And Mike, I gotta let you know that for Andrew Schulte, the sands at Hourglass are running thin.
Well, Andrew Schulte is closing the gap as far as lap time goes. Last lap for Wilkinson was a 31.56. Andrew Schulte 31.20, and Justin Michael 31.08. So Justin Michael is the fastest truck out of these 3 on the front here, but Justin's getting a little stuck a little bit behind Andrew Schulte there.
Yeah, Andrew Schulte is trying desperately to catch up to the leader, JTW.
The best thing to happen to Andrew Schulte is Kyle McCartney getting by JTW there.
And that's to make up laps there. You can see as Kyle McCartney is down laps.
Yeah, Kyle McCartney back on the lead lap, but just barely. And now it is on here in the Western States Racing League as we're working lap 89. JTW's lead has evaporated down to a 1/10 of a second. Andrew Schulte goes high. JTW stays low, slides up together, and they are 1, 2, 3. Throw a blanket over him.
Here comes Andrew Schulte taking that Taco Bell ride to the inside. He's going to get the lead from JTW, but Kyle McCartney is still right there in that number 18 Chevy Silverado, and that's going to take some time to get used to staying real fast. Here comes Justin Michael to the inside. He's almost going to use the 18 truck as a screen, but the 18 truck's going to slide right in front of him. Here comes, oh, this is dynamite. Oh.
Kyle McCartney blocking high, blocking low, keeping the leaders behind him, trying to stay on that lead lap. Side by side they go, 3 wide. Andrew Schulte in the middle, Justin Michael down on the bottom. Justin Michael is going to have the lead when they come out of turn 2, but Andrew Schulte is going to battle back on the high side. Still side by side as they enter turn 3.
And coming into turn 3, these guys could not get away from each other all season last year. Here we are, second, first, same as the first. Give the advantage to Justin Michael as we go down into turn number 1.
Justin Michael slowly starting to pull away. Kyle McCartney closing back in on Andrew Schulte. Andrew Schulte is got to be happy with the way he has driven that 81 Toyota as he is up 28 spots. Michael Melfeld Jr. was able to get by. Wow, it looks like JTW came down pit road on lap 90.
Yeah, JTW will give up the race lead to Justin Michael and Andrew Schulte. And here's the thing. Lap 90 to take your pit stop. We're working lap number 93. And Mike, this is that old so important green flag run that you're looking for. Had a few cautions for incident, but nothing too crazy.
Definitely not anything crazy. And I think Justin Wilkinson there had to come down pit lane because he did not come down on laps 66 and 67 the way that Justin Michael and Andrew Schulte did. So he was probably a little bit short on fuel. These guys should be good to go for fuel. The last fuel run was about 44 laps. So from 67 to 107 should be good.
I mean, look, if you're turning on this race right now, as Michelle Kirk is still cheering on William Kirk in that number 90 and that number 9 truck. But if you're turning on this race for the first time and you says Justin Michael's leading this, well, guess what? You guessed right. Justin Michael is leading this race, and he is out to a 7/10 of a second lead.
Yeah, I think Justin Michael last season threw the gauntlet down. He missed, I want to say he missed 4 races, maybe 5, and he still wound up inside the top, I want to say top 6 in points, as he was, he just ran away with a lot of the races, winning multiple times. I think he won 6 or 7 times last year in a 20 race season. So he's going to try and do it again this time, but this time he has basically scheduled it where he won't miss races. He wants that title.
Yeah, talking to him last year in Victory Lane, we talked to him a lot in Victory Lane actually, and he said, I race these when I can, but this year he's coming for a championship. He stated that in season 51 it was going to be a Justin Michael type year, and that's exactly what it's been so far.
Yeah, Justin Michael has won 2 of the 3 races we've had. Butch Davis, the only driver to win other than Justin Michael. So we'll see if anybody can take it from Justin Michael here, as Andrew Schulte has pretty much lost all momentum. He's a second and a half back of Justin Michael. Michael Melfeld Jr. has a few lap cars between himself and Schulte, and almost a 4-second gap to Justin Michael up there. So right now it looks as if that is pretty much going to be the top 3. 9 laps to go here at Texas.
9 laps to go here. It's been the Justin Michael show all night long. And I mean, this is almost going to be a statement race, if you will.
What is great about the Western States Racing League is you have a guy like Justin Michael who shows up, runs his race, wins a lot, and you still have a field of 35 drivers tonight.
Yes.
I mean, we had 30 last week, 30 at Dover, 32 at Kentucky, and these guys put on a show, and there's tons of drivers around.
7 laps to go for Justin Michael. Andrew Schulte up 28 spots from where he started from. He's running P2 right now with 7 laps to go.
Yeah, 7 laps to go. No real pressure here. Let's see if we can find some action on track. Dan Brazington and Bob Beltrami, they're pretty much one of the closest on the track. We also have, looks like, William Kirk, Wayne Hutchinson, and Matt Sisler here. 3-way battle just outside the top 10.
Here we go. 6 laps remaining here in this one. And William Kirk doing William Kirk type things. Holding on to that 12th spot, trying to break into the top 10.
Yeah, trying everything he can to hang around here. It is going to be a great debut here for William Kirk. I mean, these guys throw down the gauntlet, and there are some heavyweight hitters here as we are on the handshake lap. 5 to go here in Texas.
5 lanes. He's coming down to get 4 to go. Justin Michael doing Justin Michael things. 4 laps to go here from Texas Motor Speedway.
I think the only thing that's going to stop Justin Michael is if somebody drops some tack strips out here on the racetrack, because he has just been dynamite this season and even going back into last season. But right now he's on pace to win 3 of the first 4 races here in the Western States Racing League and increase his championship points lead by a substantial margin here.
Three laps to go. Coming down to get popsicle sticks in the air. Well, no, Matt Sisser has to come down to get his 3 to go.
These guys are still battling back here just outside that top 10.
Oh, goodness gracious. Here comes the popsicle sticks. Why do they call them popsicle sticks when there's no popsicle on the other end of that stick?
I don't know. Saying tongue depressors or anything like that, it just doesn't work as well.
No, I know.
Everybody's pretty much single file, kind of spread out that last. Whoa, Rob Haynes gets a little loose there. White flag in the air for Justin Michael. Coming down the backstretch for the final time. Out of turn number 4, Justin Michael, Texas two-steps his way into victory lane once again here in the Western States Racing League. Andrew Schulte hangs on for second. Michael Melfeld Jr. gets third. Opplinger fourth on debut. Butch Davis fifth. Ryan Steele, Chad Simpson, Chris Simard, Brian Barnes, and Rob Haynes also gets the top 10 on debut. William Kirk 13th. So heck of a race here as teammates bump each other.
Justin Michael getting ready to burn it down here as he made the cool-off lap, and no surprise here is Justin Michael's going to win. Andrew Schultz is going to finish second of 28 spots, and JTW was third.
Gonna burn it down for a while. These guys get ready to jump on over here into the booth. Justin Michael wins again at Texas. As we leave Texas, we'll head northeast just a little ways and go to Talladega. That engine's gonna blow up at some time, right?
I mean, you would think so.
Well, that's one way to do it. All right. Let's see here if we can get some drivers in the booth. Let you talk to third place here. All right, Alan.
Michael Melfelt Jr. finishes P3 there, and you know, Michael, what a strong run here tonight. Came up just a little bit short.
Yeah, that's Michael Melfelt doing Michael Melfelt things, coming up a little short.
Hey, nonetheless, up 4 spots. You know, take us through how difficult it is. You know, even third place on some nights feels like a win.
Yeah, it was rough out there tonight. It was kind of important to get clean air. Um, it was fun racing, but that last restart kind of got screwed up and everybody got spread out. So I think it kind of finished where their restart was.
Well, awesome job tonight carrying the Federated Auto Parts colors. And before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank for that helped get you here tonight?
Well, thank you guys for doing a great broadcast. Thank Bob for a great league. I love this league. It's so competitive all the way up and down through the field. I mean, if you're racing for 20th, it's just as competitive as racing for the top 5. These guys are great. Very respectful racing. So thank Bob for the league. Thank all the competitors that race out here and are very respectful. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys.
All right, and that was your third place finisher, Michael Melfield Jr.
All right, let's see if we can get Andrew Schulte up here. Hey, Andrew, Mike up in the booth, man. How's it going?
Not too bad.
Well,
How are you guys?
Can't be too bad. You weren't able to get a qualifying lap in. Was that by design or just a little short to the race?
That is having 2 young kids and one not wanting to go to bed.
Well, it did not hinder you that much as you were able to improve your position 28 spots, finish in P2. Do you think there was anything you could do to catch Justin tonight?
Even if I had practice time or anything, I don't know. He was so fast when we started battling for the lead, and I don't know if it was just preferred groove or what, but I could not lean on the right rear tire for any bit of speed or grip. I don't know if that has to do with like my brake bias where I was running it or what, but Justin clearly could and drove right around me and pulled yard lengths on me. Like, it was insane. But congrats to him. Obviously, he's fast just about everywhere. But he seemed to be the class of the field tonight.
Yeah, that's nothing new, especially this season, winning 3 of the 4 races. But we head to Talladega. What are you looking forward to when we pack up and head there?
Well, I felt like I've gotten crashed enough this season already to have had 4 races at Talladega. So tonight was finally a clean night, and I don't know if we could stay out of any bit of carnage next week. That's going to be the goal and the hope out of that race. Wherever we finish, we finish. But I just don't want to be crashed on lap 5.
Definitely, man. Well, anybody you want to thank before we get you out of here tonight?
Scott Patton, Patented Paints, Bandit Motorsports teammates. Congrats to Justin. Always like running with Mike and Mike, Charlie, and Heath as well. And I think Rob was in here tonight too. So it was good to see the 3 of us get a top 3 there. And shout out to WSRL and you guys at Some Racing Media for broadcasting this. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Definitely, man. Well, congrats
and
once
my
again.
wife and kids as always.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right. Well, congrats again, and we will see you next week at Talladega.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Get Justin Michael up here in the booth for you, Alan.
Justin Michael from Martinsburg, West Virginia. First of all, congratulations on the win. It seems like we talked to you a lot here lately.
I appreciate it. It's always good to be up here, especially being the last interview.
Hey, look, we got to save the best for last, and you're definitely best of this field here at Texas. But take us through that race. Are there some points where you probably needed to go ahead and pull off?
Well, we were good on the long runs, not on the short runs. So I was just letting everybody burn their stuff up like always, and it really worked out for us. Especially when we get into 30 to 40 lap run. And yeah, we were just able to get by Andrew there, and he put up a really good fight though, and he's a good clean racer, so didn't have any trust issues there. I figured we would put on a heck of a show, and we came out with a 1-2-3 finish.
I mean, you can't ask for any better than that. But now we head to Talladega. So now we head to a wild card race, and I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. But as a driver, going from one extreme to the other, what's your mindset going to be as we head into Talladega next week?
Talladega is always a survive. So we have a really good super speedway program. We'll won't talk about what we do, but we'll be up there, hopefully at the end, and nobody else will. So we'll be just way ahead of everybody. So we'll see what happens, and yeah, next week will be fun.
Well, Justin, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you'd like to take to help get you here tonight?
I just saw the bandit guys out there. We were just out there doing bandit things tonight, staying up front, and all the great guys over there, and you guys for calling a great race, Bob for putting on the league, and everybody who's over at my stream watching it, twitch.tv/floorboarddeep. If anybody wants to go hit that follow button, I don't know, 3 or 4 races a week, so come on, check it out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Well, as we get Justin Michael out of the booth, and Mike, as we wrap this one up, I cannot wait to get to Talladega. As that's going to be a lot of action going to Talladega, and well, I just can't wait. This league always runs really good at Talladega.
I think we kind of had Talladega last week, but this week was definitely a much better race. They put on the show that they are capable of, and I imagine we're going to see basically the same thing happen next week when we do head to Talladega. Go ahead and go through the rundown here before we wrap it up. Justin Michael, Andrew Schultz, Michael Melfeld Jr. with the top 3. Michael Opplinger, Butch Davis, Ryan Steele, Chad Simpson, Chris Sumard, Brian Barnes, and Rob Haynes rounds out that top 10. Matt Sisler, Wayne Hutchinson, William Kirk, Lyle Swearingen, Julian Ricci, Bob Beltrami, the top 16. Justin Wilkinson had to come down pit lane late in the run, give up the lead, but finishes 17th. 18th is Dan Brazington. And we've got Morris Bogan, Wayne Fleet, Todd Miles, Harley Widener, Kyle McCartney, Sean Rohr, Daryl Scott, Dennis Fuson, Jeffrey Hindershot, Scott Kukas, James Campbell, Keith Kelman, Heath Smith, Christian Bishop, Barry Phil, and then Carl Burke and Jerry Steiner did not complete a lap. But that's where we finish here tonight. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Alan?
Well, I'm ready to go to Talladega. I am so ready to get to Talladega. I have had that race scheduled on my calendar for a while. I get excited when trucks go to Talladega. But nonetheless, we're going to wrap it up here from the Texas Motor Speedway. And, let's get ready for next week as we head south across the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, definitely. These guys are looking to put on a show at Talladega. But from all the drivers of the Western States Racing League and all of us here at Sim Racing Media, I want to wish you guys a good night, and we'll see you next time.